ASMR Coffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Coffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and today we are talking about AEW Road Rager, Cody versus QT Marshall with the debuting Malakai Black. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so stoked. Homie was only gone for 30 days off of WWE, and we get Malakai Black, a.k.a. Aleister Black, a.k.a. Tommy Ends, to show up on AEW. Crazy, man. They were here at the Road Rager in Miami, and the match we get to start with Cody versus QT Marshall in a leather strap match. The rules are that they must touch all four corners consecutively, so you can't just 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, you gotta, and nothing can happen in between. You can't like brawl out in between. So you really have to touch all four. Kind of crazy rules. Right away, real quick, somebody from Solo a guy named Solo from that factory that they're going against, that school that Cody's beefing with. He gets involved, and Dustin runs him off real quick, hits him with those good old Texas punches. I like that he does. The lights go out for half a second, and you're like, what the fuck is that all about? We get QT busted open via Cody, and then he hits Cody with the Avalanche Powerbomb, which is pretty crazy. Cody wants QT to whip him. They start bowing up on each other. Cody's like, come on, fucking bring it. They start beating the shit out of each other. Cody hits him with the Cody Cutter, and then he hits him with 3 consecutive crossroads, touches all 4, and he wins the match. The match doesn't go too long, maybe 12, 13 minutes. Not quite the full 15, I don't think, but still really good. Later on, they show, some other things that are happening, and I just kind of... There were some other matches, but obviously I want to go more into this. Next, probably the halfway mark, the hour mark here, we get Arn Anderson getting interviewed by Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone is telling him how fucking everything is looking real good in his life. His son just won his match. Cody won earlier tonight, and he says, he gets the cheap pop, and he says, how's everybody, feels good to be out here in Miami. And, and then all of a sudden, after a while, he only gets interviewed maybe 20 more seconds. Boom, the lights go out. Everyone is selling the lights. People were really falling for it. I saw online, oh my god, the lights went on to AEW. And, Jim Ross and Tony are putting it over. But as you look at it now, they're like, oh, come on, it's kayfabe. But, dude, people really fell for it, for sure. I don't know if that speaks towards AEW. But these technical issues show up. Then Aleister Black shows up, man. And Excalibur says, oh, that's Tommy Ends, who I fought 15 years ago. He says, but that's not Tommy Ends. That's Malakai Black. Malakai Black, as we saw, Aleister Black debuted his new character earlier today in a vignette, 6 minutes, kind of crazy. But yeah, he showed up, man, fresh off of that WWE run that he had where he was coming back and they were pushing him, and all of a sudden he gets taken off. With Zelina Vega being on WWE, she just came back last week, and with this fool coming back this week on their first week back on the road, crazy. I did not, especially with Zelina there, I'm seeing him going back. I'm seeing that someone's going to come to their fucking senses and put this kid back on television. But no, this guy shows up on AEW, fresh off their faces. Andrade was a big look, but obviously that's where he was going to go. If there's only one game in town, or there's only one other game in town, at somebody at Andrade's level for that kind of pull. But I really thought Aleister was going back to WWE. So to see him, especially within just 30 days, pull up like this, super crazy, super crazy. I think Malakai Black is cool. I like Malakai. I know Black is kind of just because he's been Aleister Black before, but I kind of think they should have tried to avoid the Black as the last name because, there still is that WWE. People know who the fuck he is. You don't need to reference that character, quasi something like that. I think Malakai something or... Malakai would have worked. I think Malakai would have worked. He's got face paint on Black a little bit. I really liked it, but yeah, fucking Tony and JR and Excalibur going crazy. I'm excited to see him. He got the vignette going. Fucking huge turn. Now they got Andrade. They got Cody. They got Kenny. Those are some real solid workers, They got a lot of good guys on that fucking team. And with everyone coming up within 2 months that might be coming over too, you never know who they might snag up. But with them back on the road, I'm very excited. I want to see them when they hit the West Coast. Closest they come over here is Vegas, but even if they hit Vegas again, I think I'm definitely going to have to make that 4-hour road trip. But let me know what you guys think, man. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you like what you're watching, then hop in the coffin. Follow us on social media at Coffin Radio. Coffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Coffin Radio.